Continuing our progress, we now want to add the snow to the peaks and the rest of the mountain structure. To do so, we look for the snow node and we add that to our tree, starting with one node as follows. Initially, we want to start off with one snow node, adding a flow map to the snow output and a satellite map to see the result for texturing and adding snow volume to the overall shaping. I set up 3 snow nodes. Each node determines the area of snow I like to have in my scene. One has the general look and the snow line replicating our reference. Another has melted channels that highlight the crevices and slope shapes, as well as the steep incline for such a magnificent mountain. The last snow node has extra details as melted snow and show up on the ground. It is important to note that the flow map is edited using modifiers on the lower right corner. I lowered the influence to 0 to get the result I wanted to achieve. The next step would be combining our snow volume and masks to have the texturing ready as well. The upper combine is on adit ratio of 1. The middle node is connected to a previous combine node set to blend at ratio of 1. The bottom node is set to adit ratio of 1. I combine the 3 snow volume nodes on blend at 1 as seen on screen, and combined masks on adit ratio of 1. Attached a choke point node after to start with texturing. Now that we have the snow added, we move to the final part, which is adding texturing. I added 2 dusting nodes and connected the snow volume node to both in and texture inputs. That will ensure to get a better result. The rest of the derived maps are also shown on screen and depend on your preference for what looks good and accurate. Continuing the tree, I combined the first dusting node with the angle derived from our mesh, taking into consideration the angle of wind and accumulated snow over time, and combined them using add at ratio of 1. Then combined a texture base to the result using difference at ratio of 1. Afterwards, I added an occlusion, a height map and a rock map, and combined the occlusion with the rock map using blend at ratio of 0.5. And using the original mixed snow masks, I combined the result of the first group shown at the top, where we set up the first dusting node to it, and used the middle portion of the textures as a mask for the combine node, set to square root at 1. And finally, I added a dusting node, height map as mask to wrap things up, to wash off the lower portion of the mountain and restore the original look of the desired material. Then combined it to the previous snow material as seen on screen.